This is a trophy from a good hunt. You and I should hunt together sometime, so you can show yourself in action, new blood. Caligos exuberantly punches you in the shoulder. I'm going to thank him for the gift. Kill someone important with it. That would be the best show of gratitude. Ooh, the Eye of Hecaton. What is this? Oh, I can't even use it, but I bet your let can. It's a two-handed ranged weapon. Man, I might have to learn Aldari weapon proficiencies just to... A weapon created under foreign stars and obtained by Caligos Winterscale as spoils of combat. Its shots are devious and deadly, as is the very essence of Xenos. You get 5 movement points for each attack and allows the wielder to move after attacking. If an attack with this weapon hits 3 or more targets, the attack has no cooldown. It has 100% overpenetration. So I need Aldari weapon proficiency. Or I can just give it to her. Alright, enjoy the evening. Oh, believe me, I intend to enjoy myself to the full to justify so long a voyage, if nothing else. Keep the faith, Renfail. The Emperor protects. Alright, let's, can I give that to her? I gotta find it first. There it is. Holy shit, that's way better than the one she's wearing. There we go. Ooh, it even looks really cool. Look at that, snipes. Snappies! Alright, that's a quick save. What does the quest say to do next? Order the Master of Ceremonies to end the reception. I hope your lordship is pleased and not yet tired. If you wish to revive yourself a little, I would suggest proceeding to the courtyard. If I may be so bold, many guests have chosen to move into the fresh air and will be eager to offer you their congratulations. Courtyard. Hang on, my phone's beeping at me. Might be my wife. Hang on. Alright, let's see here. Said go out to the courtyard and mingle with the guests. Am I supposed to talk to anybody out here, or is this just... So, I guess we don't have to do this part. This is just sort of like... bonus. Because everybody's here feasting. We've got aristocrats. Tanks everywhere. Wow, what kind of party is this? Abelard's over here. Ooh, there's a lore. This venerable lemon rust is known as the Scipion Punisher and has served the Vondalances dynasty for 2 centuries. Hang on, I went away way too fast. He was hit in the battle with the Xenos that inhabited Scipia II, but has heroically destroyed 63 enemies and brought victory to its comrades. By the way, where's the... There it is. That's what I was looking for. Oh, there's Abelard. Oh, that triggered something. Governor Urban Drivestim. stands surrounded by highborn guests like a planet orbited by many moons. All of his charm is directed at a man in resplendent power armor adorned with the sigil of the Inquisition, but as soon as you approach, he is the first to give you an elegant bow, getting ahead of the rest in the expression of loyalty. This is a great day. What's up, honey? What's up? Huh? Where's your dad? He's still working. Okay. Alright. I welcome you to my palace, honored guests. You are buffeted by a salvo of congratulations and compliments. Study the faces of the nobles in attendance. Drivestim is obviously still the leader of the Dargonis aristocracy, but judging by the courtesy he is showing to young Sauerback, he clearly wants to strengthen his relationship with the house. The senior Sauerback and Gaprek are whispering in another corner. Sauerback, whose family seems to be giving the cold shoulder, must be trying to sway Gaprek to his side, which could be quite advantageous to Lady Gaprek. After all, the disaster on Kievagama has left her family in an extremely vulnerable position. The Wersians stand apart. Their exclusion from the rest is palpable. What were you discussing just now? Brutal Xenos raid. Thank the Emperor that you are our protector. Sharing the sector with the blasted Xenos is impossible. I hope we're smarter than raid on Dargon as a punitive campaign. I see you hate the Xenos with all your heart. I do. The pestilence against the Emperor must be exterminated. Or they must be forced into servitude. And how many Xenos have you killed personally, Sauerback? He flushes and mumbles incoherently. The Honorable Macros forbade, but I wanted... It did not let me go to battle. The Inquisitor, standing among the guests, offers a thin smile. It must have been difficult for this youth to foster such bloodlust towards enemies of the Imperium without ever having seen one at a blade's distance. Alright. Look at the guests. Ooh, I just got a severed hand? It's a weapon, a melee weapon. In that case, allow me to be the first to offer them. He snaps his fingers and several servants approach you with gifts. The governor points at a thin, curved Dukravi blade. My soldiers took this splendid trophy from the body of one of the Xenos commandants. It is too beautiful and forbidden for anyone but your lordship. Sauerback squeezes through to be next, pushing Gaprek aside with confidence. Your lordship, we anticipate the onset of unsettled bloody times. To make the ungodly Xenos cowards your approach, my family humbly presents you with a dozen pieces of secondary armament for your ships. We just got... Ooh. A head slot item, I'm thinking. Which grants me 15% bonus to awareness. Man, that's good to be the king, as Tom Petty says. By the way, Wallflowers is one of his best albums of all time. Abelard says, having let the aristocrats go at the first sign of deference, Abelard is the last to speak. Your lordship, House Wersterian possesses no relics worthy of your acceptance, but we are rich and talented and hardworking people. As a sign of our loyalty, I humbly offer my flesh and blood. 100 of my kin will go to colonies in your protectorate and use all their talents that the words in your charge may prosper. Can I continue to look at them? Okay. Okay. Take a guess at who is allied with whom in this tangle of snakes. Oh, I succeeded. Drivestim is obviously still the leader of the Dargonis aristocracy, but judging by the courtesy he is showing to the young Sauerback, he clearly wants to strengthen his relationship with that house. The young senior Sauerback and Goprak are whispering in another corner. Sauerback, whose family seems to be giving the cold shoulder, must be trying to sway... Okay, so we already... That's the same note we got earlier, but for some reason I got that after a lore check. Alright, let's nod to the Inquisitor. Ooh, I had a quest for that. He responds with a dignified bow, his face calm and unfaltering. My greetings to you, esteemed Renfail von Valancius. May shadows never darken the light if the astronomicon that guides you. He bows to you. Well, the companion bows to me. Study the Inquisitor and his companion. Awareness test succeeded. Lord Inquisitor's relaxed expression radiates an odd sense of menace. He is akin to a predator on the prowl, content to hide in the brush of fake smiles and elegant conversation. For now. Hang on, I'm gonna check one thing real quick, guys. Why is that? Alright, we're good. Alright, continue. Ooh, I failed my tech use. The tech priest augmentations seem unfamiliar and bizarre. Implants such as these are usually only available to members of the blessed hierarchy of the Adeptus Mechanicus, and one would not come upon such sacred relics even at the highest echelons of nobility. And who is this member of the honorable priesthood of the Adeptus Mechanicus? This is Brass Whisper, which naturally is not his real name. The esteemed Magos is a member of my retinue. Magos or Magos? I'm assuming it's Magos. Magos? I would pronounce that Magos, but... Alright. Brassburster says works that have been desecrated by Xenos are dangerous. They warrant due caution. I saw your companion in the ceremony. Rumored has it that she partakes in the cold trade. Oh, he's talking about Jay. Well, I wasn't told about your visit. Oh, Xavier says I have, however, been told all about you. Alright, enjoy the party. Alright, what was the quest? The Warden. Ooh, I might need to head to Footfall. Alright, well, let's ignore that for now. I think we can end the reception now. Do a quick save up here. Nope, we're good. Your chambers are ready, but I must inform you that servitor over there, he points at one standing in the corner dressed in your ship's livery, approached me and said that it has a message for you. Its speech was surprisingly fluent and expressive for a servitor, so I think someone must have put a message into it. It could be a secret dispatch. In the corner, he said? I don't see a servitor anywhere. Seriously, I don't see it anywhere. Well, I'm not going to talk to it because I don't know where it is. Hopefully I didn't miss out on something. God, intruders! Uh-oh.
We have matters to discuss, von Valancius.
Shit just got real. The same man you saw among the guests is waiting for you in your chambers with the look of someone who is supposed to be there. He casts a cold, assessing gaze over you from top to bottom. No one save Theodora has ever allowed themselves the liberty of looking at you in such a way. The woman behind Calcazar, clad in black armor, glares at you, her face set in predatory readiness for immediate violence, the hallmark of a professional bodyguard. Heinrichs, I thought we were friends. But friends don't break into each other's chambers in the middle of the night with weapons, do they?
We used other means of travel to pay you this visit. I assure you, rogue trader, that all your locks are in order.
Aim your weapon at the intruder. If something looks like an assassination and smells like an assassination, perhaps I ought to start treating it like one.
Your ill-considered behavior is both inappropriate and dangerous. For you. It causes me no discomfort and won't hinder my inquiries in any way. Master Van Kellox has spent enough time with you. He will vouch for your words. What stands out from your recent accomplishments is the suppression of a rebellion on Janus, the battle against the archenemy's minions on Kiava Gamma, and, of course, the unusual interest the Drakari have shown in you. Then that is what we will discuss.
This feels an awful lot like an interrogation.
Does it? We're in your chambers, not a confessional cell. You're in perfectly good health, and none of the varied and fascinating instruments and procedures that expedite candor are being applied to you. I assure you, you would immediately know if our discussion turned into an interrogation.
Fair enough. What do you wish to know about Janus?
What was the reasoning behind your decision to let Xenos, enemies of humanity, live and act on a planet that belongs to you?
I have the right to strike deals with Xenos. Are you challenging my privileges as rogue trader?
Strike deals? Absolutely. Cooperate? To a degree. But not hand them inhabited worlds on a platter. I suggest you read your warrant more closely. Remember, the hallmark of a wise rogue trader is to realize that the phrase "I
Finally,
can
some
do
voiceovers,
anything"
by the way.
means I can do almost anything. These Xenos, known as the Aldari, have garnered such influence over your naive subjects that I cannot help but wonder who truly rules Janus now. I must inform you that, should any evidence surface that the Xenos power continues to expand in your domain, it will mean a death sentence for your colony.
What questions do you have about Kiava Gamma?
Places touched by chaos must be purged with fire and condemned to oblivion. Kiava Gamma should have been bombed to dust and pronounced a forbidden world. However, you decided otherwise and restored the colony's operation. And you didn't even go to the trouble of hiding the traces of the neglect committed by your dynasty. After all, it was House von Valancius that gave Cubus Delphim so much freedom that he sank into seditious heresy. What was your rationale?
Let the priesthood to which Cubus Delphim belonged answer for his crimes. The Adeptus Mechanicus would do well to watch their members more closely.
Clever. Alas, everyone guilty of negligence within the ranks of the priesthood of Mars has already been identified and punished. Right now, I am assessing the actions of your dynasty. I hope you realize that we're talking about more than the fate of some colony. I care not for a single planet, however profitable and populous. But should corruption raise its head again on Kiava Gamma and try to spread, I will burn it away. And you will be guilty of criminal negligence.
What about the Drukhari? Are you referring to my ruined capital?
Yes, yes. The enmity between you is a known fact. But there is another way to look at it. On Veabos 6, you met the Archon of a mighty cabal, whose presence there seems strange to begin with, and lived. You subsequently encountered a number of her closest henchmen. Yet, again, you survived. Your capital fell victim to a nefarious attack, but even this time, their daggers missed your heart. Such remarkable luck. To be a personal enemy of such an influential Xenos, to have been attacked so many times and yet make it out alive. So remarkable that one has to wonder, am I watching a spectacle? Could all these thrilling massacres be an alibi of sorts, meant to establish you once and for all as an enemy of the Xenos and never their ally or even their agent?
What can I say? I'm lucky.
Crude, rogue trader. A crude and unconvincing attempt at playing the careless simpleton. It wouldn't have fooled even the least competent member of the Adeptus Arbites in the Imperium. Try harder.
Have I answered all your questions?
Far from it, my dear. The questions are manifold. How did you manage to survive the battle that claimed the life of Theodora, who was so much more experienced and skilled than you? Is it a coincidence that you and you alone then made it out of the trap on Rycat Minoris? How much truth is there in the rumors being spread by the heretic Kunrad Voitvia about you? The very existence of these questions would have made many of my colleagues doubt the quality of your character. But it won't in this case. Your transgressions are sufficient grounds to bring you before the Inquisition's judgment. And believe me when I say that if you fail to draw certain conclusions from my words, this is what will eventually happen. But for now, I am willing to show leniency, which is rather uncharacteristic of me. I hope you appreciate the generosity of this offer, as your predecessor once did.
This is blackmail. I'm a rogue trader, and this is a flagrant violation of my privileges.
And before what tribunal do you intend to challenge my authority? If, for the security of these territories, I find it necessary to execute any individual and replace them with a puppet counterpart, turn their realm to ash, and put their servants to death, I have the right to do so. The threats I protect the Expanse against are extraordinary and justify the harshest means. Welcome to my world.
Are you taking
where
Heinrich's
going
spot?
too far simply doesn't exist. Which would you prefer? And you, Heinrichs, do you wish to continue working at the Honorable Rogue Trader's side?
I will comply with any order, Lord Inquisitor. If you command me to remain in the company of the scion of the von Valancius dynasty, I won't be distressed.
I would rather have him continue.
Then Master Van Kellogg's will remain in place.
I consider it an honor to accompany you.
So why such an interest in my person?
You haven't been in a position of power for long, and so one can forgive you for not noticing the troubling changes. The cult of the Final Dawn is spreading in the Coronis Expanse. Not the first or the last heresy that has afflicted this sector, but one that is surprisingly resilient. Mysterious convoys are sliding by, bound for systems in the heathen stars. Just your humdrum pirate trade, wouldn't you say? Then why are the pirates themselves clueless? The Xenos, who have caused trouble in the sector before, have expanded their activities in the last few decades. A mighty explorative fleet, which has studied the Expanse for hundreds of years, has suddenly stopped responding to communication and sunk into a dispute over a tech heresy that was considered dead a couple of centuries ago. And the third and final rogue trader has unexpectedly perished. I make
So what
no
about the deal?
deals, and Emperor forbid that I give you orders. That would mean infringing on your privileges. I'm merely offering well-meaning recommendations and expecting that, when the Expanse finds itself in danger, you will break away from your own affairs to heed them. I seem to remember that your exalted aristocrats presented you with many gifts. It would be rude of me not to follow suit.
Fair enough.
Please accept this gift as a sign of
signet
my
ring.
favor. In an hour of need, give it to any faithful servant of the Emperor, and the Inquisition will come to your aid.
Okay, so he's actually not a bad guy. That's cool. So
The
he's
color
not...
indicates how close the bearer is to the Lord Inquisitor. White is beautiful, yet vulnerable. It stains as easily as one can lose the Inquisition's trust. Do all you can to preserve it.
All right, I'll bow my head respectfully. How about I just say, smile, I see no reason to refuse such a generous offer.
Then we have reached a consensus, and I am pleased to see it. Here is where we part. My shuttle is waiting. It is time for me to return to my watch, for you to sleep, and for your servant to wake up. Until next we meet.
Well, you will obviously want to discuss what just happened. But not now, I presume. Right now, it would be better for you to rest and think on the Lord Inquisitor's words in private. I bid you good night, rogue.
Okay. Well. Ooh. Are we moving into the next chapter?
The rise of the rogue trader heir restored a tenuous equilibrium to the Fon Valancius Protectorate. For a time, threats subsided, activity returned to trade routes, and reclaimed worlds began to heal.
Peace is only ever temporary.
The new Lord Captain's subjects praised the God Emperor and their leader wholeheartedly. For none knew what fate might await them.
Dun, 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 dun. You've spent the first few hours of the morning listening to the High Factotum's lengthy report of the latest trade exchanges, and etc. Clemente barely stays a yawn. Thank you for your report, High Factotum. Alright. Next. News of particular import has come from the House's intelligence network. Lord Inquisitor Calcazar is rumored to be planning a visit to Footfall. A number of Imperial ships were commandeered by Lord Calcazar and also scrambled to Footfall. Winterscale's luck seems to be running out. Riots have broken out in several of his worlds. He's shown no intention of quelling them. Lastly, your pet Xenos Irliet is seeking a meeting with you. Okay. Your lordship's stay on Dargonis has been rather long. Pritzker is now enjoying a period of relative stability. Glory to the rogue trader. Alright, we have a whole bunch of quests that just popped for us. That's a quick save moment. And also, my dinner is ready, so I'm going to head out, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to my on the road stream. I will be playing this throughout the month while I'm on the road, since it's on the PC. I'm not going to be doing any PS5 or Xbox games for the moment. When I get back, we're going to be looking at other stuff, but in the meantime, we'll be doing more of Rogue Trader. This will get split into episodes, because we're up to like episode 63, I think is where I left off, so As always, I'll be splitting these up into 30-minute episodes for those of you who are following along on YouTube with the Let's Play sessions. But for those of you tuning into the multi-streams, thanks so much for being here. I don't really have a stream schedule while I'm on the road. I told everybody before I left I won't be streaming daily, but I will try to be as as often as I possibly can. I'll be live, so we'll just see. It might be 2 days in a row, 3 days in a row, and then nothing for 2 or 3 days, or it might be every other day or every third day. I just don't know. So I'll be live as often as I can. Thanks everybody for being here. Thanks to Agna for resubscribing on Twitch. Anybody who loves what they saw here tonight, don't forget you can always follow along on YouTube or Twitch. You can support wherever you can. Bits, cheers, and subs on Twitch. Super chats and memberships on YouTube. Don't forget the Discord, the Patreon, and I'll see everybody next time. Until then, stay safe. Happy gaming.